Aboagye. And Dennis, this NIB report, for many is not surprising. First, because we know the NIB does these sort of polls going into an elections on almost all the parties. And as journalists, our job is to get the exclusives. And we landed one of that, which is this one. For you within the campaign, though, what's your reaction to it when you saw it and when you heard about it?
Well, Evans, good evening to Dr. Sai, good evening to Professor Jampo, and yourself. I haven't seen any NIB reports. The NIB hasn't also submitted any such reports to Dr. Bawumia or the campaign. Like I said, there is no veracity to that report because it's a PDF document that was just thrown into social media and cannot be verified. And it's quite difficult for...
Well, I can tell you, though, by the way, Miracles, that we don't deal in social media documents. And this is something that, as journalists, as you know, is what we do. And we got a copy from the original source. I can tell you why.
It's not from the NIB. If it was from the NIB, I'm sure we would have a copy by now. I can tell you that for a fact. And so I believe that if there's any such documents, we would have copies. But at the moment, we haven't received any such copy. And it's quite difficult to comment on a document that I cannot verify. Tomorrow morning, anybody at all can produce a PDF document coming from any source. And I mean, that's just the point, that this is not a document that has been verified. We have checked.
By yourselves.
We haven't received any such document.
Yeah, by yourself, but we have.
Yes.
We indeed have.
Well,
I mean, and
no,
talk.
I can't speak to a document that I cannot verify its source.
Yeah, I mean, but on the subject of the running mate, though, and understand your position on this matter, because of course it's a sensitive matter, and the names there are names that we know is being considered. But I don't expect you to say that you are considering them the way they are, and so that's fine. That's fine. But let me ask you this though. You are approaching a time when you definitely must put out a name. I mean, that is a given. It will happen sooner than later. In making that assessment, is Dr. Bawumia, of course he has to consult, but is he also deploying science in helping him figure out who the people, both within the party and externally as in the general electorate, may accept, such as the NIB has done?
Definitely. You keep referring to an NIB report that you yourself are not so sure if it came from.
I mean, I have said categorically, with certainty, that we have checked that. I mean, so we can move past that.
I doubt it.
Well,
but
it's okay.
Let me deal with the issue. So yes, I mean, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia definitely is going to make his decision based on science and based on data. The most important thing here is that every indicator is going to be thrown into the pot to ensure that he nominates a running mate that will fully complement him in all angles, politically, and even when it comes to delivering his vision once he forms a government. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's choice is going to be based on that individual who truly complements him in terms of who he is. I mean, he's already done a SWOT of himself. He's done a SWOT of the political party that he's leading. He's done a SWOT of our opponent. And he's quite clear who he needs, or the key indicator that would inform who he's selecting as his running mate. That person who has the strength that would fill in the gap he would have as a person in terms of his weaknesses. That person who would be able to give him the full backup as he pursues these crucial vision that he is proposing for the next chapter of the country's development. So it's truly based on science and it's based on data And you know, politics is science. I'm a political science student from the University of Ghana, and I'm a believer of the fact that politics is science. And so that is really drive his decision.
Okay.